Hey guys, welcome to the Potsy. My name is AJ.
Hello guys, this is Lex, and as always, welcome back to another video. Today, AJ, we are going to talk about UPS. They're going on strike. Over 330,000 employees authorized to go on strike. So that means that these guys are going to be asking for better pay, better conditions. Uh, what do you think about that? Because I know they went on strike in the late mid 90s and it was a huge deal. So I just don't know how much more they can stretch it to get what they want.
Well, I mean, honestly, I think they deserve it. Like they really do drive a lot. There's barely any AC in that condition. There, especially in the scorching heat. I mean, I know UPS drivers do make a lot more than the current labor status. They do heavy lifting. They do have great healthcare coverage that UPS provides for them too. I mean, if they're asking for more, I think there's a reason because I mean inflation is up, prices are going up. So I think if a company's making profit, and we could look into UPS right now to see if they're actually making great profit or not, and see if it's even worth asking that question. I
It's
would
it's
like.
funny that go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say it's funny that you mentioned about the AC. I didn't know UPS trucks didn't have AC, but they actually UPS agreed to put AC units on their trucks. So which is a great thing. I mean, at this time we uh, it's very difficult for me to understand why those vehicles don't have any AC units. Most if you see UPS, most of their trucks they look like they're new. You would think they have AC at this time of 2023. Uh, and here's something that I want to share too, AJ.
Hmm.
6% of the US GDP goes through UPS.
Oh yeah. I mean, a
That's
lot of
that's a
businesses.
lot.
I'm sure eBay,
Also,
Amazon, all of them go through it.
18.7 million packages a day is touched by UPS. That's a lot of packages. And I I knew somebody years ago that used to work for UPS, and this gentleman was making, I believe, about around $80,000 a year, which is really good money. But the workers are also fighting to turn part-time jobs to full-time jobs. Apparently, it's not easy to go full-time from the part-time position, which they're trying to make it easier for people who's working part-time to go full-time. It's something that I think people in UPS, if I'm not mistaken, and if you guys are know more than we do about UPS, maybe you work for UPS, let us know how it is. I believe you work at UPS part-time. You can be working as a part-timer for years, and then you don't get full benefits. That's something that they should do a better job turning part-timers to full-timers. Because a lot of people, I'm sure a lot of people stay at UPS for years, but they do retire. They do, a good number of people yearly, I'm sure they retire. Uh, Anything you had to say about it, AJ?
Well, I mean, the background of this UPS fiasco that's happening right now is because there's a current contract there that is very unpopular, and majority of the UPS workforce is rejecting it. So the union's leadership is, under technicality. So that's why there's 340,000 of these workers. It would be like one of the biggest since like the 1950s. We haven't heard of like this amount of walkouts happening. I mean, sometimes there's some like Amazon warehouse workers that were, walking out and stuff, but it was very few. This is like going to be the biggest since the 50s, which is like 70 years ago. So I'm sure there's a contract that supposedly needs to be
Yeah.
passed by the first. The current one expires, I think, the end of this or end of July.
July
So I think
31st.
August is like the deadline, and then they'll start walking out. So, uh, how did this stock react? I want to like talk to. I brought up the chart right now, so I'm looking at the chart, and the news came out around this time, so it did a major drop, and then it did recover, so that was good. But you're seeing it's like slowly having a little sell off now. these these aren't people that own UPS stock that are just selling it off, just like in Target. It's just a lot of stock related. It is quantitative, so it's the algorithm that is mostly trading and in and out. But that's why you saw a big drop and then it came back. It's not a lot of investors that are selling it off. Maybe a few, but this is still regulated, and we'll probably see something happen. A lot of volatility going into UPS stock in the future, because all the way to August we'll find out what happens. So if we go to its financials right now, UPS is actually going through a revenue loss in the last quarter, and it's actually the last 2 quarters. So when we're looking at gross profit, it actually isn't on decline right now. But I mean, it's still making a lot of money. It's making billions of dollars. But you see how the operating expenses in quarter 4 it rise, because I'm guessing Christmas and all that stuff. But right here, it's going back to its normal operating expense. So it's not like they're doing anything different. It's just the profit margins are being affected, and maybe inflation had something to do with that. Uh, their depreciation is still stable. I mean, it rises in the quarter 4, you can tell. So this has a lot to do with the profit margin uh loss. So going forward, uh, if we look at what to expect with UPS, I think if they want to make this agreement last, I think they should at least listen to 340,000 union workers instead of what is beneficial for the company. Because if you have 340,000 workers walk out, it's going to be hard to, you know, have that
Operate.
company. Not
Yeah.
only if that does happen, not only would that affect UPS, it will affect Amazon, because Amazon is a big they use UPS a lot to deliver packages and or not. It's gonna affect a lot of markets that do shipping and stuff like that. So you'll see a hit going forward. So it is kind of a big deal, but let's see how it plays out. Let's see if you know if there's 340,000 people saying, hey, the majority of your union people are saying no to something, I think it's something to listen to and address.
Well, hopefully they're gonna agree on something. But looking at it at the business side of it, I mean, how much is too much for the employees? I mean, I know UPS is making money, but they still have to make profit because they pay pensions, and not that many companies do that. And
Yeah.
I mean, they had to consider that too. I mean, when they have profits, they had to consider that they had to pay pensions. But good luck to the employees, good luck to UPS. Let's hope they agree on something that both sides are gonna benefit. And again, if you work for UPS and you're watching, please let us know how it is. If you
Well,
can leave us a comment.
some of the facts are that 2022 was a record number of packages
Profit.
delivered by
Uh,
UPS. one out of four packages is delivered by UPS in the United States. So they like deliver at least 24 million packages daily. And they had record profits, which 8 billion of them went into dividends to investors. So I think that's what something the UPS union noted. So let's just see how it plays out.
Yep, we will, again, hopefully they agree on something that both of them are going to win, both sides. Hey guys, thank you for watching. We will see you on the next one. Take care and give us the like button, subscribe.
Bye.